Welcome to Token Topics. Ripple, XRP, and CBDC development are the topics. We're going to look into what MIKA means for Ripple and the creation of a digital euro. Also, we're going to look into the European Central Bank's project of creating a digital euro and its collaboration with Ripple. Also, news about RBI and more. You don't want to miss this video. If you do enjoy the content, please do hit the like and subscribe to stay up to date. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, DCENT family, have an exciting announcement. We are now Japanese language friendly. We are excited to announce the release of an upgraded version of the DCENT mobile app, version 5.22. It's available for both Android and iOS. In this update, we have added support for the Japanese language. Very cool. Here's a sneak peek of the Japanese UI. As you can see, there's the wallet, there's the send feature, receive feature, and your history in Japanese. Also collectibles, discovery, your manager, and settings, all in Japanese. If you see my latest XRP video, I was stating on not only the partnerships that Ripple is involved with, but the projects that they're working on is important. One of them is creating a digital euro. And in fact, Ripple joined a Digital Euro Association last year. This is posted by John Ho, who's head of legal financial markets at Standard Chartered Bank. The Digital Euro, Fabio Panetta, executive board member of the European Central Bank, he gave a keynote address on how the digital euro could help enable to use money whenever, wherever we need it throughout the euro area. The summary is the European Central Bank is at the global forefront of the efforts by the central banks to design state-of-the-art digital payment solutions for both retail and wholesale transactions. Just a quick refresher, this is from February last year that the Digital Euro Association, or DEA, is delighted to announce its partnership with Ripple as a supporting partner to jointly work on central bank digital currencies. Ripple is one of the leading providers of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments. As you can see, Ripple is fully engaged and has prioritized creating the digital euro. It continues here that our priority for the digital euro project has always been clear: to preserve the role of central bank money in retail payments by offering an additional option for paying with public money, including where this is not possible today, for example, in e-commerce. It also continues, the digital euro would not replace other electronic payment methods or indeed cash. Rather, it would complement them, and by doing so, it would safeguard our money sovereignty while strengthening Europe's strategic autonomy. That actually brings up a good topic, that we still have to have something tangible. You know, we can't go completely digital. So this is stating here that we are still going to have a form of fiat. Paper fiat, rather. Initial release would focus on enabling access to digital euro for euro area residents, namely consumers, firms, merchants, and governments. A digital euro should be easily accessible and usable throughout the euro area like cash today. We believe that this would be best achieved with a digital euro scheme. By providing a single set of rules, standards, and procedures, a scheme would allow intermediaries to develop products and services built on a digital euro. And right here it talks about concern of personal data. The ECB is aware of some people's concern that a digital euro could harm the confidentiality of their payment data. When it comes to the central bank, the ECB proposes that it does not have access to personal data. That's vital, right? The ECB is analyzing a possible compensation model for the digital euro. In parallel, it is reviewing all the design options to bring them together in a high-level design for digital euro in the spring. So we can look forward to springtime, and again, Ripple is fully working on this. Since we're on the topic of the Digital Euro Association and Ripple's ties to creating the digital euro, you have to have standards and guidelines for creating these stablecoins. And MIKA is an entity that is expected to go into full force early this year. MIKA is intended to close gaps in existing EU financial service legislations by establishing a harmonized set of rules for crypto assets and related activities and services. Among other things, MIKA imposes restrictions on the issuance and the use of stablecoins, which is very important. The European Parliament is expected to vote on the bill in February of 2023 after formal approval by the Council of the EU. MIKA regulates activities involving crypto assets. Now I'd like to say thank you to Maha Al-Saadi, where she broke down 400 pages of MIKA information in only 37 pages. Wow. So for those that want to get a better understanding of how this is all playing out, I'll put the PDF file down below. So these are rules and guidelines that Ripple and other financial companies have to play by. States that MIKA is a significant piece in the digital finance regulatory architecture. It is to be enforced across the EU's 27 member states. MIKA will thereby establish a common framework and prevent anomalies resulting from different national interpretations. So these guidelines help everybody in the 27 member states to be all on the same page, to harmonize in their business. Consumer and investor protection is MIKA's primary focus, in particular requirements to increase transparency and regulatory oversight aim to level the playing field. How many times have we heard that saying before? Level the playing field. It's to help prevent market manipulation and fraud, build trust in crypto assets. MIKA is expected to have an impact well beyond the borders of the EU. MIKA regulates the issuance and distribution of stablecoins, which are defined as electronic money tokens. Within 18 months of MIKA's entry into force, the ESMA will issue guidelines on the conditions and criteria for the qualifications of crypto assets as financial instruments. So it gives guidelines with the issuance of assets and NFTs. With these guidelines, it's going to help prevent a lot of fraud and people just making crap coins and whatever. So MIKA is definitely a great step in the right direction for regulations and being over the entire European Union. That's a big part of the monetary system. Bank of America is super bullish for Ripple and XRP holders. This is posted by William Cooley, who's a solutions director at Ripple. So a Ripple employee posted a Bank of America analysis on digital currencies. They appear to be inevitable, a natural evolution of today's monetary and payment systems. The article goes on, at least 114 central banks representing 58% of all countries, which generate 95% of global GDP, are now exploring central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, up from 35 in May of 2020. And a team of cryptocurrency analysis from Bank of America is unabashedly bullish on the tech. Now, people have been talking about a Bank of America partnership for some time, and here are the facts. That back in 2020, Ripple Labs also named Bank of America as a key member of its global payments network. Bank of America stated that they plan to partner with Ripple for on-demand liquidity services after the XRP lawsuit. So they're on the sideline just waiting. Now, this is very bullish for Ripple and Stellar fans. The Reserve Bank of India is targeting getting the interbank call money market to be traded via central bank digital currencies. RBI is considering allowing digital currencies to be used for transactions even without being linked to a bank account. It's important to note so you have a better understanding. So RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, back in December launched a pilot program with 8 banks, which a few of those banks are not only Ripple partners, but there's also a Stellar partner in there.
Reserve Bank of India has big plans for digital currencies, but at a slow and steady pace. Currently, the central bank digital currency is being tested through wholesale and retail pilot projects. The immediate next step is to get the interbank call money market to be traded via CBDC. On the retail front, the central bank is considering allowing digital currencies to be used for transactions even without being linked to a bank account. Lata Venkatesh has all of those details. Lata, what are you picking up?
Actually, very interesting because, just to remind people, what was the experiment? There was a wholesale CBDC where banks could buy and sell certain GSECs, and only 8 banks were chosen for the purpose. Then there was the retail. Now, in the wholesale CBDC, the banks have to have an account with the Reserve Bank, which is the only other thing you can immediately do, the interbank call market. So looks like the next project that the Reserve Bank has is that all interbank call market transactions will be done on a CBDC, on a digital currency basis. So a central clearing at the end of the day will not be needed. It can be done immediately. In the next step, it looks like they don't want to pursue with wholesale CBDC in this sense much because you have to have an account with the RBI. No corporates, mutual funds, etc. cannot do that. So they want to tokenize the wholesale transactions also, and corporate bonds, or rather all securities they believe should be tokenized. Then you can buy and sell corporate bonds also through CBDC. You don't have to wait for the end of day or clearing through CCIL or NSE or anything like that. So that seems the next big project. So call money market and then corporate tokenization of bonds or securities. On the retail side, if you remember, 8 banks were chosen. They were allowed to do, give some customers the ability to withdraw money into a wallet and pay. Now what they want to do looks like is they want to expand it to all banks, and a temporary goal they're looking at is at least 50 lakh citizens, or 500,000 customers are able to download that wallet and do these transactions. Once it reaches that body, they feel it would become more popular and give a genuine competition to UPI. But more important than that, there is also a plan to have these digital currencies not attached to a bank account at all. See, genuinely, if you want to have it as virtual cash, I should be able to pay a person without a bank account also virtually. Looks like that is also there on the Reserve Bank's radar. So, you may have a card or, a Fire Stick like you have for Amazon. It can be loaded with cash. And so, you just touch a gizmo to a gizmo and it should be able to transfer cash. That would be truly anonymous because it will not be linked to a bank account. That is also in the game plan of the Reserve Bank. That's what sources tell us. Well, I cannot give you a timeline.
Stablecoins are very important for the cryptocurrency industry. And this is posted by Blockworks. According to CoinMarketCap, there's 134 stablecoins. The top 3 are USDT, USDC, and BUSD. That represents 90% of the total stablecoin market. Now, I posted this on a comment, and somebody mentioned that they didn't mention the XRP ledger as an infrastructure. And I do see that. I understand that. But they did mention Stasis up here and Stably that is built on the XRP ledger. So they are included. If you count here, they didn't mention all 134 stablecoins. They just gave examples of many that are used. Another thing is they didn't even include Zinfin XDC's Fluent stablecoin, which is a US stablecoin. So all this graph is doing is giving us an idea of the top ones that are being used. And as I stated, Stasis and Stably is built on the XRP ledger indeed. And somebody might state, coming from CoinMarketCap, what would we expect? Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, also subscribe so you can stay up to date. And if you have any comments, please put them down in the comment section. And I do read through them and sometimes I reply. Thanks again and take care.